Well, hello, and I'm here with Abby Nishimoto from SoCal Gas, and one of our wonderful clients that we've been working with for several years.
So I'm Abby Nishimoto, and I'm the Director of Organizational Effectiveness at SoCal Gas. We have an internal leadership development series that starts with frontline supervisors and sort of progresses them as they grow in their career at SoCal Gas. And a lot of that is facilitated by our internal team. But what we found is that when leaders got to a certain point in their career, we really were looking for some of that outside expertise and investment. And that's what Marshall has provided for us. We've now had 5 cohorts go through it successfully, and it's just really revolutionized their leadership. And we get amazing comments after every single cohort about how it's impacted their leadership, their career, their success in their roles. And so we just couldn't be more happy with the partnership.
What would you say you looked for in an external partner?
Well, we're really looking for, that expertise in terms of the faculty. And what the USC faculty has done so well is they've learned our business. They've been so intentional at really understanding our challenges, our business environment, so that then they can tailor those classes to what's going to be most impactful for our employees. And that's been the difference.
When we customize, you've mentioned both the content and, of course, our faculty becoming experts in the field to be able to tailor their research specific to the participants. But I think one of our passions is this idea of the high impact learning journey.
This is an immersive experience, and I really appreciated the intentionality in the program design. So there's the mentorship and coaching that goes along with the classes. We have application and debrief sessions where the participants get to go even deeper into the content and how it applies. And then we have the action learning projects, which is probably what ties all of this together. So this isn't a case study. This is something that really is going to help the business move forward if it's solved. And then at the end of the program, the participants present their work on that action learning process to our senior management team.
Aside from us being a strategic partner, I know that the senior leadership team has to be a critical stakeholder in this program. Can you talk a little bit about how the senior leadership team has adopted this program and what they see about the value to the organization?
Well, the really beautiful thing is that so many of them actually went through the program in an early cohort. So that was the best way to generate the buy-in, is they understand because they went through it, the amazing value. It's a big investment of the participants' time. It's rigorous, but they recognize that this is it's really transformative. We really want to help those leaders who are on the cusp of making that big jump to that executive, kind of role and leadership, to understand what's required of them and to be equipped to do that.
It's interesting as I hear you speak to that. Ron Sharam, who's a thought leader in this executive development space, wrote a book called The Leadership Pipeline. And he's very adamant about talking. We tell leaders what they need to learn for that next transition, but we don't speak enough about what they need to let go of. And I think one of the things that I've seen these participants go through is, as you talk about strategy, the blinders kind of come off and they get to see this bigger scope and broader range of, oh, wow, this is what I really need to step into.
So there's elements that are built into the program to help them translate what they're learning into actual results. And so when they, listen to a class on a strategic mindset or mentality, then that's paired with some coaching and some oversight of their personal development plan to say, okay, in order to be strategic, I am going to have to let go of being in the weeds a little bit.
We've had the great privilege, and you've been such a great partner to allow us to collaborate and iterate. I think the program's
Yes.
probably gone through 4 or 5 iterations.
Every step of the way, your team has been so great at listening to our needs and our objectives and really shaping the program so that it meets those needs. I mean, we could not be happier with the level of support. I mean, if the program had stayed the same from cohort 1, it still would be amazing. But the fact that it's iterated each time, it just keeps getting better and better, honestly.
Would there be any thoughts or suggestions if someone were considering an executive program and a partner?
Practically, the thing that you want to do is really be clear about what your objectives for that program are. What's the win as your participants, move through whatever intervention or program you put together. What are you hoping to get out of it? And if you as a client are able to communicate that to Marshall, the faculty that you have to choose from and the different, iterations and ideas and program design that they're open to, like, you're not going to get that anywhere else. And so it's really the best place if you're looking for some really key takeaways and some key changes in your organization. It's a place to go. Our leaders are holistic people. And so when we think about what success looks like for them as an employee, as part of our company, it's not like there's a one silver bullet that everyone needs and then we're going to reach our goals. There's so many different aspects and facets to leadership. And what I love about this program is that we've crafted it in a way that it hits on so many of those different important facets. And there's an expert who's speaking to each of them. When we do the evaluations for the program, it always, it stands out to me, the differences in what resonated with different people.
Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for taking your time to be with us today. And again, thank you for being a collaborative partner with us all of these years.
To find out more about USC Executive Education, visit us online.